How you doing today, lovelies? I want to make this today based off of a friend's video that I watched earlier today about how to get a girl. I don't want to speak on relationships and coupling and things like that. I want to speak on something that really stuck out to me in that video, and it was having a frame, keeping a frame, like a picture frame, and having that frame of mind, keeping a very strong mindset so you can hold your composure in times of stress, in times of anguish, when you're just having momentary frustrations. And honestly, I think that's a good approach. He said he learned it from a youth, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a very difficult tactic to attempt to keep in processes of growing up, leveling up, rising above, and leaving the faint and the few and the frustrated in the past, dusties, if you will. So honestly, I believe keeping that picture frame around you, keeping that strong mind frame, it really helps. It zones in on what's important, the constant, the daily constant of every situation, every interaction, and anything that you come into contact with, because you, and in this instance, me, I am the constant. And when I'm speaking to you, it's to remind you that you are the constant. And everything that happens to you happens when it is supposed to. Blaming God, blaming others, and scapegoating does nothing when you go to sleep with whatever on your mind, in your heart, and you wake up with that same thought, that same emotion on your mind and on your heart. Me, myself, I suffer from acid reflux, which is triggered by my anxiety, and I have very strong anxieties because I'm worrying about people. I'm thinking about my family, even though some of which that I do stress myself over do not do the same in turn. I've learned who I am as an individual. I am loving. I am caring. I am generous. I am understanding. I am easy to talk to. I may not be easy to understand, as I am a temperamental individual that has a very domineering and assertive way to me. I can come across a little bit crude. I can come across a little bit disrespectful. And the truth is, I get tired. I get tired, I get drained out, I get emotionally run down, and I do my best to not push that on anyone else. It's not anyone else's problem. It's not anyone else's situation, even if it involves them, because for me to think about that and for me to absolve it, I have to turn inward. Everything is on the constant basis, because when I pass away, everything that I think about, everyone that I love, everyone that I care about, everyone that I'm doing for, everything I'm doing for myself will not be able to continue, as I, the constant, would be no more. I would vanish. We are all going to turn into grass, flowers, and trees. What matters is what we do while we're here. I'm planting seeds inside your mind. I'm pushing them down towards your heart, the center of your chest, so you can grow into a beautiful, full, understanding, capable being. You have to affirm everything that you want out of life. You have to affirm and claim, as most majority of individuals are saying today, you have to claim it. Claim success. Claim stability. Claim peace in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. And then act on it. Just simply go out and act on it. I go through a lot personally, and I look at a lot of individuals for advice that are older than me, some of which are younger than me, because I am concerned and I think about what's going on with the next generation and how we all grow. We all grow to bases of understandings. There are situations that have occurred with people that are younger than me, where they have handled their situations in a way that I would have never thought about based on how I was brought up. And then I ask people that are older than me, can they explain ways of life to me based on situations that I've been through that I don't understand because I wasn't thinking that way. It's not I cut my nose to spite my face, or my brain capacity is small. It's not. There's just different angles and levels to everything that you can possibly do when it comes to thinking. Because thinking is free and everything moves upward. Everything moves upward. So if you're at a basic ground level and you hold that frame of mind, you hold that frame of mind in strength, you hold that frame of mind when it comes to being endurant, you hold that frame of mind when it comes to being driven, you will reach every goal that you have. No matter if you believe one day, you know what I mean, you're going to be the first person in your family to graduate from college. You're going to be the first person in your family to have a house. You're going to be the first person in your family to own a car and pay it off as soon as you go inside the lot. You're going to be the first millionaire in your family. You're going to be an exceptional parent where you probably had none and was in foster care, or had people pushing you to the side that was supporting every bad habit that you have. You know that you're going to grow out of that someday. You know that you're going to do better. It will happen. It will happen. Keeping that mind frame, keeping that steadfast mentality to know you got this. Nobody else got this. You got this. Nobody else runs Essentially Destiny. I run Essentially Destiny. Nobody else does these videos the way that I do them. No one speaks my messages to you. Everyone has their own messages, and I love them all. As I said, this was definitely put forth by me watching Gentleman John, How to Get a Girl. Keeping the mind frame strong, knowing who you are, keeping that confidence up. It's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling to know you got you. Facing yourself in a mirror is the most difficult task. I strongly hated to face myself, to be alone, because I am alone with my thoughts and my feelings. And when I actually had to sit back last July, after really losing myself, I started to like myself, and I fell in love with me. And I've realized that I am a wonderful, exceptional, fun-loving, awesome person. And I'm going to go with that. If other people like it, amazing. It feels even better because I'm already comfortable with me. So I'm fine when people leave me alone, stop calling, stop texting, or literally, which is the best, show me exactly who they are. Because the one thing that I cannot do is choose my parentage and choose the situations that have occurred to me as I was a youth. Yet, growing past all of those shackles and all of those emotional tangents that roped me in different directions, being raped as a child, being held captive in someone's house, being in an abusive relationship on more than one occasion, emotionally, mentally, physically, being on the street homeless, befriending drifters who were eating out of garbage cans, being in a substance abuse program, all of these things before the age of 30. And I'm here at 33, not attesting everything to happen because, I put my faith in the Lord and all that good stuff. No, I just started to look at me. And I made myself realize that I matter because I'm the constant. And so are you. As my good friend Gentleman John said, keep that frame. Keep that frame. and you'll be good. I love you. Remember that.